Guys, welcome to Earth Wisdom Fire Tarot. I'm Simone, and today I have a reading for the Venus retrograde transit that we're currently experiencing. So, filming this on May 17th. I think it started like 4 days ago on the 13th, and we'll be in this energy until late June. So it's kind of a long one. And Venus will be in Gemini, I think, for a total of like 4 months. So that's kind of like a long time for it to be in one sign. So I feel like whatever energies we're experiencing, whatever lessons are coming up for us right now, we're going to be integrating this for a while. So this specific reading will not look specifically at relationships, like romantic relationships. It could be other kinds of relationships in your life. But we'll just see what else comes out in this reading. I think it'll be interesting to contrast that with the singles and the couples reading. So watch all three if you're interested. But yeah. Don't know what the title of this one's going to be, so I don't know what the themes are, but hope you enjoy. I'm not an astrologer or anything, but definitely look at how, like, at what, like, look at your rising sign and look at what house Gemini is in, and you'll see more about, like, how this energy is going to directly affect you. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And this has actually been a really prominent theme for me in the messages I've been channeling, and just overall in my own life and what I'm seeing in loved ones' lives. Authenticity. So the Seven of Swords is an energy of feeling like it's not safe to be yourself. It's not safe to be authentic. It's not safe to even like the things that you like or enjoy the things that you like. And you kind of have to hide those things, almost like with a sense of shame. And what's interesting about this deck is that this figure here is looking into a bunch of mirrors. And that's kind of a reflection of our reality. A lot of times we're mirroring other people's behavior or mirroring their likes and their desires, and almost like adopting them as our own when that's not really true to who we are on a heart level. So yeah, I feel like this retrograde is going to be a very, very powerful time of kind of breaking out of this sort of prison, you know, of being trapped in other people's desires. What's interesting is that you have the Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, and Eight of Swords kind of hanging out here together in the beginning of this reading. And I feel like when you're in this energy, you are probably like easily triggered. You want to kind of retreat. You kind of don't know if it's, you know, safe to express yourself, or you're not really sure if you can trust the thoughts that are coming through your own mind. So you're really going to need some time in deep contemplation here with the Four of Cups, because there's been a pattern here around seeking clarity or seeking truth in places where it doesn't exist. Really wanting, I think, to communicate, you know, really wanting to communicate who you truly are, or find out, you know, about somebody else or how other people work. And the way that you've been going about it has just led to disappointment and led to confusion over and over and over again. So I feel like what you really need is just some alone time to just sort through your thoughts and to really get in touch with what you really desire, absent other people's energy and their thoughts and their opinions and their 2 cents. So that may make you feel like, you're kind of cut off communication wise, or you just aren't feeling as in the mood to communicate with others. You kind of want to go within, and that's healthy. So we have the Wheel of Mars here, which I feel like is what this is really gearing up to, because like Venus and Mars, they have this kind of interesting dynamic and relationship, like the way, masculine energy and feminine energy communicates. So I feel like we're using this time to really get a sense of what it is we really want, so that when it's time for us to have a game plan for how to actually take action towards that, we are taking action based on inspiration, based on guidance, based on clarity, and not based on fear. Like, acting out of fear is what may have caused a lot of this disappointment and confusion in the past, especially if you have a pattern of settling for less than what you want, less than what you deserve, and not really knowing how to break that cycle. I feel like you're getting a chance here to really explore yourself, really get to know yourself deeply enough that you don't get caught in that trap anymore. Then you have the Six of Swords, which is about finding a way to move away from a situation that may feel extremely toxic or stagnant in some way. Because for some of you, I'm not getting that it's straight up toxicity where it's like ugliness and fighting and things like that. I think it's just a mismatch of energies. But whatever it is, it's clouding your judgment. It's making you feel doubtful, like you have a lot of doubts swimming in your head. Like a lot of this is very mental. So I feel like, I'm definitely seeing where this is going here. So getting out of your head has a lot to do with getting into your body. So you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and I love how it's depicted in this deck. It's like you're really exploring all these different options, all these different ways for you to really truly be yourself. And what you're doing is you're embodying more and more and more of who you actually are on a soul level. So it's like, a simplistic way to think about it is that like our bodies are too small to fit our entire soul, So we kind of, when we incarnate here, we kind of take on a little piece of our soul, but we have access to so much more. And I feel like with this Ten of Pentacles, you're getting to this place where you are embracing so much more of yourself than you ever have in this lifetime. So it's really beautiful. It's going to be, I think it's leading you to a place where your environment matches your vibe a lot more. So a lot of things that Venus talks about is, aesthetics and beauty and nature and things like that. So I feel like this is really important, that you're in the right environment for who you are and what's really going to help you thrive. And there is an element here of deserving the best, deserving exactly what it is you want, and not settling for something, because of fear. Because I'm feeling a lot of that from these former energies that as we go deeper into this transit, like we're going to be moving away from or getting a lot more clarity on. So we have the Hanged Being. So this is not going to be a time where you're going to feel comfortable making big leaps of faith or big decisions. What you're going to be doing is a lot of surrendering, a lot of opening up to your wisdom and your guidance, really feeling much more accepting and open to what's really meant for you, and not necessarily trying to force something where it doesn't fit. Because I think that's why you were feeling really trapped here and disappointed with this Eight of Swords and Four of Cups in the past energy, or it could be your current energy, because we just started this transit. So yeah, definitely feeling like this Hanged Being is about like more efficiently gliding through your reality by not being as weighed down and stuck by your own expectations or other people's desires and other people's energy. You're just like really, you're a lot lighter here. And because of that, I think you're going to feel a lot more supported and a lot more held. You're going to feel much more in touch with your clarity and your guidance from your higher self. That message keeps coming through, because that's what retrogrades really help us do. They help us go within. And that's really where our best guidance lies. It's within ourselves. So many of us really seek validation and clarity and guidance from outside of ourselves, when really that's really just meant to be, you know, a check, like a just sort of way to confirm your own intuition within. We kind of do it backwards. So with this King of Cups, I feel like you're coming out of this just so much more in touch with your emotions, and I feel like it's really going to help your creativity thrive and really take off. I like the King of Cups energy for this because it means that the things that you're taking action on aren't the things that would be expected of you by society or by like the matrix or by the powers that be, by authority. This is like your own heart is your own authority on what you put your energy into, on what you spend your time on the kind of environment that you cultivate for yourself. And I can just see this like natural flow that's been opened up here by you fully being in your body and being present, but also allowing the universe to kind of handle things and not feeling like you're in control and trying to like shoehorn things through or force things where they don't fit before it's time. Because I feel like this Wheel of Mars is you being clear on how you would act when you are, when the opportunity presents itself, but not doing that prematurely. So it's going to be a really important time for you to just rest, for you to think a lot, for you to have a lot of time to yourself in nature, or just, you know, in your own space, and really getting to know yourself and really allowing yourself to express yourself openly without expectation of other people judging you or even seeing what it is that you're working on. I feel like a very private, like almost like cocooned type of energy for this time. So that's beautiful. Okay, so bottom of the deck is God of Indulgence. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy. I really love this message, especially coming from Venus, because, you know, she's the goddess of pleasure. I feel like this is a time where you are really getting deeply in touch with what actually, like what pleasure actually means to you. I feel like when we're coming from a past of a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, or whatever, you know, your past has been like, whatever led you to this place of seeking peace or seeking, you know, healing. Like when you're in that space, it's really hard to know what actually feels good. And that's why you have to be in your body, because this sort of like sensual sensory experience is a gift. But it can also be, when you're in that space, you feel everything, including the negative things. And when you have a fear of repeating, or like feeling, if you have a fear of like feeling those bad things again, you kind of shut yourself off from feeling anything. You get really numb, you know? And there's a difference between indulging in things that make you feel good and then feeling like you have to numb something, like numb a feeling. The King of Cups like is totally in the flow of emotion. Like he feels emotion, but they don't rule him, you know? He works with them. He learns from them. Like his feelings are his teachers. So I'm really loving that message, because that's why you need to have that sort of space and time from other people, and to really deeply connect to yourself and what you want and what you desire. Because when you really truly experience real pleasure, what used to feel, what you thought felt good to you, doesn't appeal to you anymore. There's a massive shift available to you here that's going to get you into a healthier, more balanced state. So you have Goddess of Nature. You reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. So this is the real true dream. This is not, you know, the dream that's been implanted into you by programming from outside of you. This is your own soul, your own heart saying like, this dream is meant for you. This dream is meant to come true for you. And like I said, getting into nature is going to help you understand that process so much more. definitely getting this energy around deserving your blessings, like deserving what's coming to you. Like you've put in the work, you've sacrificed something, or you've given up something, you've let go of things, you've made space, for these dreams to come to fruition now. You have Goddess of Psychic Protection. What you believe, you create. No one can harm you. So this is about being safe. There's so much fear that's being examined here and really seen as an illusion. Like you're really seeing through the illusion of fear, and you're coming to this place where you naturally feel protected. That's why this Hanged Being card came out, because you're no longer feeling like you're in charge even of like, protecting yourself or keep holding yourself back from things, because there are things you can do to kind of support your own protection. And when you're first moving through toxic situations, you definitely need to be vigilant about protecting your energy. But once you get to a place where you can really just trust in the universe and trust that you're always in the right place at the right time, like these kind of energies really give you a natural protection that you don't have to like think about it 24/7 and worry. You're not giving in to those fears. And it's really about intention. Like you have to have that clear mind, and you have to be able to work through your mental blocks so that when you are creating your reality, you're creating it from a place of alignment and a place of being in tune with your heart and your own intuition. So you have Angel of Healing. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing. So there's still, a lot of heaviness and a lot of grief. Of course, this is going to be a really tough year. We're going through like a collective death and rebirth process right now. So it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel any kind of emotion that's coming up for you. Just know that there is healing energy available to you, and you should open up to that and not block it. I'm getting this, especially with masculines, okay? Like, whoa, like this message came through super hard. There are a lot of masculines out there that are blocking healing energy because they feel like they're responsible for it or something, and they're trying to work through their stuff, their trauma, their pain in the way that they think is best. But what I'm getting from the angels is that they're actually blocking the real true love and healing that's trying to break through. It's just like a matter of surrendering to it. And this could be for feminines, as well. But I just feel very strongly that was a message for people who have a lot of masculine energy, that they need to surrender to the healing that's available to them, like the love that's right there, and not push it away. Because this person here is just very relaxed around this angel energy here, very surrendered to it. So we have Angel of Soul Love. Time to look at how you value yourself, issues of self-love. So you need to be able to hold yourself and cradle yourself and have this kind of compassion and love for yourself. And it has to be totally unconditional and given totally freely. This Venus retrograde transit is really going to illuminate the ways that you have disconnected from yourself, disconnected from your heart, close yourself off, from feeling pleasure, from feeling good. The ways that you've kind of abandoned your body, or abandoned, the things that make life fulfilling. So it's like this coming home of sorts. And through that process, I feel like you are going to be looking at relationships, like all relationships in your life, and seeing if you're really loving each other on a soul level, if you really vibe on a similar frequency or something like that. If you like harmonize, or if you're forcing yourself into situations that cause you pain because that's what you're used to. So relationships are definitely are changing. Like I said, I'm going to do more specific readings looking into the singles and the couples type of situations. But yeah, definitely feel like all of us could benefit from loving ourselves and seeing if our relationships and our lives are reflecting that same type of love that we want and crave for ourselves. We have Angel of New Life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. So this is almost like, I feel like this is like a major lead up to like eclipse season, and eclipse season is bringing in a lot of massive blessings and changes for people. So if you're very intuitive, you're probably already feeling this coming. And there are going to be times where you feel a little impatient and a little confused as to why it hasn't happened yet. But just know that, you know, when we're going through retrograde periods and we're going through eclipse periods, we have to make room. We have to let go of the old ways of thinking, the old energies, you know, the old lessons, the old cycles, all of that, you know. We have to really examine what we want to take with us into our new life. So that's what this Venus retrograde is preparing you for. It's getting you in touch with what's most important to you, so that when you start this new life, you're starting it fresh and you're starting it as your true authentic self, and you're giving yourself the best shot of not needing to repeat the same old painful cycles. Okay. So we have let go, 19. It's time to relinquish your need for control and let the leaves fall as they may. If you've drawn this card, it is time to relinquish your need for control and release your tight grip on how you think the world and everyone in it should be. Letting go is an emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental process of releasing yourself to the universal spirit of love. It's giving up your need to control the outcome of every situation and the control of the people you hold most dear. This period can be challenging in many ways, and Spirit asks you to have faith. Have faith that the universe will guide you and send forth the outcomes that are needed for your journey. We understand that you have been this way for a long time, and this need for control stems from your youth, when hurt, disorder, and instability was felt. Spirit understands your need for caution, but holding on and controlling every aspect of your life is taking its toll. Hanging on so tightly does not bring the outcomes you desire. Instead, it serves to repel all that you cling so tight to. Your soul longs to be free and dance through the winds of change. If you deny this part of you, the freedom to play, the universe will send the right situation or person to help unlock the free-spirited child in you. This may come at a time not suited to your plans and may leave you feeling vulnerable and confused. Dear one, it is time. It is time to let go. Letting go of your need to control will set you and others free. So that's what's happening here. I feel like we're going to be feeling a lot of distance from people and situations. Like we're gonna have like our own need to kind of go within, and we may feel other people's need as like a rejection of us, or like somebody's pushing us away, or like we're pushing other people away. But really what's happening is that we're just creating space, you know, in order to feel more free to choose our experience instead of feeling trapped in something that's not really meant for us, or not evolving the same way that we are. So we just really have to like honor that, like honor other people's need to let go, just as much as we are honoring our own need to let go. So there's going to be this kind of like space that's created. And then, you know, after eclipse season, we're going to be seeing things kind of come together, like things magnetizing to each other based on a similar frequency after a lot of growth, a lot of evolution, a lot of change. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.